Last time on the Great Ace Attorney 2.
A tavern, you say?
Which one?
'Twas the Slug and Salad where I did tarry. 'Tis a jewel in the East End.
I bet it is. The Slug and Salad offers unusually fine dining. Not an establishment you'd expect to be patronized by a man with not even a crumb of bread in his room.
It's true. The menu lists premium crusts of bread and glasses of water in different levels of cloudiness.
I don't know if...
Miss Susato, why do you have that menu in your book?
Yeah.
We've got all the finest flavours. We've got council pot, dishwater and sewage water.
Council pop. Oh, council
And if you're
pop.
feeling spicy, we've got a bit of Thames flavour. But we do have you sign a waiver before you drink it.
What do you mean a waiver? I don't need to wave to nobody. I come here every week.
I believe this card reveals the answer.
Yeah,
Mr. Shamspeare, your actions on the afternoon of Miss Green's stabbing are exactly as described in this note.
No, they're not.
Personally, I find it hard to believe that's a coincidence. Don't you, Mr. Shamspeare? Well, there is no such thing as a coincidence.
Damn it, Taylor. I was gonna do it.
My lord, may I?
May you what, Miss Green?
I'd like to make something very clear about that card. This note was delivered to me at my address.
Nah, you're right.
It's nothing to do with the old man next to me here.
Miss Green, have a look at this, please. It so happens that it fits together perfectly with the envelope of the note you received.
Where did you find that?
Oh, yeah.
In Mr. Shamspeare's room. Let me ask you again, Mr. Shamspeare.
Are you a sham?
You already knew about this note, didn't you? And you, Miss Green?
What did I do?
As this torn-off end of the envelope proves, the note was originally in Mr. Shamspeare's room. So how is it that it came to be in your possession?
Oh, I don't have the first idea. I'm just a fledgling artist after all.
Oh, yeah, that covers it.
Several days passed between your outing to the tavern and Mr. Natsume's visit to your room.
Yes, it would appear that the note disappeared sometime in that interval. And yet, during that time, Miss Green was comatose in hospital, was she not? Clearly then, she could not have been stealing things from Mr. Shamspeare's room.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. It's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
Before we hop on in, I'm Taylor.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Sarah. I guess the year puts Taylor off, and
Sorry.
I would need it.
I just So Sarah made a big point of I need you to do the yeah, otherwise it feels wrong. I'm like, okay then. And then for you it's like, what? Why would you do this?
You can't even tell that we're working remotely. But before we do hop on in, if you do like our content, why don't you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell to receive notifications about when we post new content. Yeah. And also, please feel free to leave a comment below, because we do like to see them and we do like to respond to them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right, now,
Yeah.
Peter,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
don't swear. Don't do a swear.
Try not to do it within the first, nano leptosecond of the episode, yes.
Or we shall be demonetized if we ever get monetized.
For one reason and one reason alone, although I'll be flummoxed if I know what the reason is. To cover the end of the pipe... Oh, no.
Taylor, no!
No, excuse me. To cover the end of the pipe that feeds the gas lamp in Mr. Shamspeare's room with poison. Beg pardon?
I like Shamspeare on the side there,
Nice face. Oh, what?
You what, mate?
You what?
You what?
Pray, what?
Can this be?
You broke into my room to... It may seem incredible to the court, but from the remaining clues, there is only one logical conclusion that we can reach. The person who attempted to take Mr. Shamspeare's life with poison was you, Miss Olive Green.
And I expect now we're gonna get
Objection!
Yeah. How can you honestly say that about this poor, innocent woman?
Van Zeiks has like rolled the organ in from the side and just begins hitting the keys.
Yeah.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dearie!
Oh no! Oh dear.
Oh
She's
dear!
just like,
Oh dear!
oh, how ludicrous.
Order! Order!
Oh no, she's
Counsel.
comatose again.
Are you seriously suggesting this woman put poison on the end of the gas pipe with intent to kill?
I read that put poison on the end
Yeah.
of your gas pipe.
Yeah.
I literally read it that way. I'm doomed. Put me out to pasture. I can't. Yes, my lord. There's no other way to explain the facts.
Yeah, I heard this.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who read it that way, though, because I legitimately read it. It's like, he didn't say you.
That's not what she said, Taylor. She said she heard the snickering.
No, I heard the snickering, but also in my head, I just heard you put poison on the end of your pipe. That was fine.
Bad. Naughty.
But I heard Taylor snickering and thought, are you thinking this? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. There's no reason people say like comment on
Bingo.
the It's like, oh yes, the horny man needs to come out again.
noodling with arm noodling?
I think so, Nash. I think so. Our minds are as one.
Right in the gutter, where we were born and where we live.
We're proud of it.
But if Miss Green did indeed set this odious trap 6 days ago, and the victim put his...
Now I'm doing it. God dang it.
There you go. The horny bat is in full force. We've not only just started.
I don't know. I can't say for sure, but I feel like this phrasing has to be intentional. I feel like unless we're really just ruined, and then everyone else who's done this playthrough is like, yeah, and the victim had put his mouth to the pipe that very evening as expected.
I think
just like no.
unfortunately.
Is it real? It can't really just be us. Surely.
I think unfortunately we just got depraved minds.
Well, someone said the other day, it's like, oh yeah, this style of playing through Ace Attorney. A lot of people have played through the games, but your guys is unique, and it's like, is it because
we're just
because
dirty?
of this reason?
We're certainly unique.
It's just because we're dirty-minded. That's all it is. Right. Anyway.
And the victim had put his mouth to the pipe that very evening as expected. The attempted murder would have happened 6 days ago, surely.
Well, that's a very good point.
Idiot.
Perhaps not, my lord.
Oh. Ale?
I beg your pardon?
Eh?
What?
There was a significant police presence in the area that evening, on account of the incident on
That's
Briar
true.
Road. Local residents were being interviewed throughout the night as part of the ongoing inquiry. A circumspect criminal would likely have chosen not to carry
Let me try that again.
A circumspect criminal would likely have chosen not to carry out any wrongdoing at that time.
Lord Van Zeiks.
You're actually helping me? And of course, the following morning, there was more activity at Mr. Shamspeare's address.
More activity? Ah, yes! You mean his fellow lodger, Mr. Natsume, being arrested on suspicion of murder?
That's right. And as the defense has already proposed, Mr. Shamspeare was meddling with the gas pipe for a very sinister reason himself. To cause the gas stove in Mr. Natsume's room to go out, thereby asphyxiating the occupant.
But once Mr. Natsume had been arrested, his room was under constant surveillance by the police. In the circumstances, Mr. Shamspeare had no reason to blow air into the gas pipe.
He had no reason to put his lips to the gas pipe. Put his lips to the pipe and blow air into it. See, this is what I mean. Why is it that, like, sometimes they keep going lips to the pipe, and then other times they're like, why did he blow air in the pipe? That's much easier. It's not. It sounds much less dirty. Why did he blow air into the pipe then? Why did he put his lips to the pipe? Just damn it. His intended victim being in a prison cell. With the need to tamper with the gas removed, the poison on the pipe lay dormant.
And then, 3 days ago now, the situation changed again.
Right! Mr. Natsume's trial, which took place here at the Old Bailey, came to an end.
A trial in which the man stood accused of stabbing Miss Green in the back, but was duly acquitted.
Louder for other members of the audience, please.
Was acquitted.
That resulted in Mr. Natsume returning to his lodgings for the first time in 2 days, only to be promptly hauled out again the next morning, but details. And that very night, his gas stove mysteriously went out, and Mr. Shamspeare was mysteriously poisoned. In conclusion, the poison that was present on the mouth of the gas pipe had been put there in the victim's room for some 4 days earlier. Mary!
Oh, she's on the box. Bless her.
Yeah, because he's only equal. He's equal.
Oh no, they've given your box away, Ringo.
I put my name on that and everything.
It's like, excuse me, no, you can't take that with you. Hey, what?
I told you we should have pinched it while they weren't looking. Now look what you've gone and
you can't
done.
take that box with you, sir. I'm afraid that's court property.
Oh, I had a funny feeling about taking it now, sure. If you know me, if I get a funny feeling in my tummy, something ain't right. And no, it's not diarrhea. It's not what I ate the night before.
Well, look, I told you that you shouldn't put a slug on your salad just because the place is called a Slug and Salad, but no.
But it's
now
the-
you said,
but
it's
it's
in
the
the
local-
name now,
but
so I
it's the
gotta put
lo-
a slug on the salad.
But that's the signature dish.
Oh, yeah, it's the delicacy, Nash.
That's what it's named after. If we ain't got a dish that contains a slug and a lettuce, that's false advertising, that is. What we do.
It was all a plot. I mean, the bugger's gone out into his backyard, and rather than removing the slugs from the lettuce growing back there, it was just like, I know what I'll do. I'll just take it and
No,
throw
it's-
it in there, and I'll
it's
say
like-
it's intentional.
No, it's just like this guy comes in like,
Hello there. Are you mocking our signature dish over at the Slug and Salad? I'll have you know that we have many paying customers who are very fond of our signature dish of the Slug in Salad. I put it there myself.
Who do you think he is? Ashton Blumenthal?
God, does he sound like that?
No, I'm just thinking his dishes are so freaking bizarre that it could be an Aston
See,
Blumenthal dish.
in my head, I initially wanted that to be an Italian chef, and then I decided to take that in a wholly different direction.
That was rape to my ears. Don't do that again. It was horrible.
And for all of you out there watching, I'm sorry. I'm
Beef's
also
just trying to mimic what I do when I get up close on the mic. Hello.
Will you stop getting off with your mics? Please.
I'm just trying to put my lips on the pipe, Sarah.
well, mission like what's it like?
Oh, you're
Success.
making me feel all weird. Stop it.
I think uncomfortable is the word you were looking
Task
for.
failed successfully.
With that new understanding, it becomes clear that this letter was all part of the plan.
What plan?
The court will recall that the note gave instructions to visit the Slug and Salad at 5 o'clock,
She.
and that the recipient should tell nobody else. The reason for those instructions are now clear.
To ensure that the lodger would not be home at the stated time.
To make sure I wasn't home.
No.
Oh, so I had thought that this was like a 5-head genius plan of Shamspeare's to kill Olive, but I guess
No.
she sent
Yeah.
him the letter, and she just happened to get really, really unlucky because Mrs. Garrideb happened to tuck her toys out the pram.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. While you were out, Miss Green could safely slip into your room. knowing that she wouldn't be disturbed.
You mean to say that letter?
It's fine.
What? I don't know what that letter. What? My goodness.
Letter.
Oh dear. There we go. That's that letter.
Because you were kind of, it was a little bit of the Christopher Walken style.
Yeah.
You
But
mean to
You
say
mean to
that
say
letter?
that letter? I don't know where. Oh no, it's Brooklyn all over again.
It's like gumshoe.
Come back
the
to haunt
walking.
us from beyond the grave.
But no, what was I going to say? Oh no, it's gone. It's totally gone. Oh, yeah. We were saying how, like, Shamspeare, like, is putting on this whole Shakespearean thing, and he had the whole prison sort of like, you what, mate?
Yeah.
I actually can't remember what voice we sort of decided.
I think it
for that.
ended up being a bit like Ringo's, like, you what, mate? You what?
You'd better be having a laugh.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like
I do
that.
quite like the idea, though. It's kind of like a bit of a Ray Winston.
Ray Winston, Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer, yeah. I do quite a Idris Elba sort of thing, if you know what I'm saying,
Idris
where it's
Elba,
like,
yeah.
You
Yeah.
mean while I was out of Slug and Salad, she was on a Jack Jones in my abode.
That's not quite what I meant, but it'll be close enough, yeah. Right. Say that letter.
I do like the idea that his voice slips a bit, like, because he's
Yeah.
in, he loses focus for a second, and the old
Oh
accent
dear,
kicks in.
it's the uncouth aspect has slipped out. Pray forgive me, you blockheads. Was written by Miss Green, yes. And in order to cover her tracks, she took it away with her when she left. Just after she smeared poison over the mouth of the gas pipe in your room. Gasp.
Did it-
Order! What do you have to say for yourself, witness? My God,
I'm just a fledgling artist.
I honestly
I
have,
don't know what poison is.
honestly, all this.
But I'm a fledgling artist. We're loyal and honest.
Oh, my goodness, I'm going to have to lay off the shouting.
Oh, my heart.
My goodness. Oh, the wife won't be very happy if I pop my clogs while I'm in court. Jesus.
Oh no. Is she going to turn around
See,
and have,
it's-
like, a spooky face?
See, it's funny. Yeah, I was saying to Pete, like, sort of off recording, that I had a theory
Oh,
about
yeah.
everything, but yeah.
Yes, you did. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, about her being essentially kind of the full-on mastermind wanting the treasure and whatnot. Was it the
Well,
treasure
it
or
was
whatnot?
kind of. I wondered if she's related in some way to Selden.
Oh, she did look similar. We
Yeah.
made the comment that they looked similar.
Yeah, she's related to him or is involved with him in some way, but they were kind of, her and Shamspeare, they're kind of in it together. And obviously there's that kind of hidden stuff under the floorboards, which is why Shamspeare wanted the room. But it's like, did they just... But she's engaged to, oh, what was his name? Duncan Ross. And it's like, has she... Inadvertently, they were going to kill him to get him out of the room together. She's inadvertently fallen in love with him. But then was like, yeah, I can't follow through with, like, bunking him off, basically. So Shamspeare kills him. And then this is her act of revenge to kill Shamspeare for killing her lover. But they've been involved all along.
Ooh,
It's a bit of a wild theory. And I was, like, just thinking about...
That's you could just say it's just a theory.
a game theory.
Yeah,
Thanks
No
for
relation.
watching.
And it came to me at the most mundane time. I was literally doing the laundry. And I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, could it be this?
Doing the laundry, thinking about murder, as one does.
I mean, you know,
No, I'm not trying to bug off Pete. No,
I should hope not.
no, that was kind of my wild thing. I'm probably completely off.
Unless
but-
Olive was Selden the whole time.
Which I mean, also is not entirely. I mean, this is an Ace Attorney game. Anything could happen.
Well, yeah.
Guys.
Yep.
I think we should hit the A button and continue.
We should. Let's get this case over with.
Yeah.
Just who are you? Why did you try to kill me? Why did you try to kill me? Pray tell me. Pray, why?
What? I do find it amusing that he's
I
like,
feel like I've forgotten the voice, which is quite weird because it hasn't been that long.
it's Luke at me.
Look.
No, I know it's Luke at me. Don't be silly. I don't know why. I think it's just I'm not used to him being so. Just who are you?
Frantic.
Why did you try to poison me?
Yeah, I think it works. It works fine for me. I'm just amused by him adopting Van Zeiks as prey.
Well, prithee. Subscriber Earth. Miss Green's motive should be obvious. It's all tied up with someone whose name we've heard several times already during the course of this trial. I'm doing a great job today. Already during the course of this trial.
During the course of this trial.
So, that's what's behind all this.
Love.
No,
Abominable thing it is.
I just love that, like,
Oh, yes, that. As in the thing. Oh, it's that person. Could you please point it out on this handy-dandy blackboard of names? You will share your apparent understanding with the court, please, counsel.
'Cause I'm lost.
Which person is behind this woman's motive for the attack on the victim's life?
it's going to
It's
be
gonna be
Duncan Ross.
Duncan Ross.
Take that!
Duncan Ross?
That's right. Before the defendant, Mr. Natsume, took up residence in the lodgings at Mr. Garadeb's, somebody else was renting the room. Mr. Duncan Ross.
I knew I'd heard the name somewhere else. It was all over the papers a month ago, when the man died in strange circumstances at the haunted lodging.
Haunted lodgings!
No. Accursed lodgings!
That does ring a vague. Ah, yes, of course, yes.
Ringing a vague bell. Like you should ring the bell if you want to stay up to date with our content.
Of course, yes. I remember now. The young man they claimed was strangled by the convict's curse or some such.
Sadly, my lord, it wasn't a curse of any kind, nor was it an accident. The man died as a result of Mr. Shamspeare blowing into the gas pipe and causing gas to leak into the room.
See, none of this sounds dirty. They're not using the lips
No.
to the pipe language now.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
It's 'cause it's getting
It was
serious.
murder, plain and simple.
Because now it's serious. They've changed it.
Ah!
It's a double whammy, guys. Now is Miss Green going to turn around and be like, "You've all got it wrong."
She's gonna Dahlia on us.
Oh
no.
Oh, well, what do you know?
What do you know?
What
Is it what do you know?
I think it's like,
What do you know?
What do you know? The world is so unfair. Curses, curious deaths. That's all people care about.
it's like a hit.
I'd like a space a bit farther away from her.
Excuse me.
Oh god, she's going to go crazy on me.
Excuse me, pray, bailiff. Bailiff?
Bailiff.
Prithee,
Prithee,
prithee
bailiff.
thine keeper of the accord
Please
of the peace.
allow me to steppeth thee
Might
to,
I
to the
be
side.
removed to a distance far away from yonder crazy wench?
Crazy way.
I noticed there was like a hint of genocide Jill there in Miss Green.
Oh, sorry.
Why you apologise, silly?
If it's an interesting story, they want to know. It doesn't cross their minds that real people are involved. And once they're bored, just 1 month later, once the story's lost its appeal, everyone's forgotten him.
I mean, yeah, this actually is kind of prominent.
This really says a lot about our society.
Well, this isn't even just relevant to the game. This is relevant to just like the media in general.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yep.
Except
very.
nowadays, it's within a day, really.
Yep.
You mean you. You mean you. Duncan was... Mr. Ross was Miss Green's fiancé.
Oh no.
Fiancé? Oh, oops.
Oh, sugar.
That, Let me, I don't know if there's a card for this one. You may not have known until now who Miss Green really is, Mr. Shamspeare. But she's known exactly who you are all along.
I'm sorry, but for me, it was just a Tuesday. It's like, whatever.
Because you're her sworn enemy, the murderer who took the life of the man she was to marry.
Oh, darn.
Marry? Mother of Grace? Miss Green, is it not the case that in order to exact revenge on Mr. Shamspeare, you smeared poison over the end of the gas pipe? Well, this is a bit awkward.
Oh, no crazy face.
No crazy face, yeah.
This is all quite extraordinary.
I know I've said it before, but I quite like the judge with his hair to the
Yeah,
side
yeah,
like
it's
that.
funny.
It looks quite, I don't know, quite modern.
Am I correct in understanding that you now accuse, both parties, counsel? Each on different counts of murder.
Yes, my lord. That's correct.
And now I'm starting to consider which one of you was it who was called the Reaper of the Bailey again? I mean, I appreciate that there's no death involved yet, but honestly, you've been having everybody convicted. Holy crap.
Objection! Inhaling so deeply, it appears that my fledgling learned friend
He breathed in too many chemicals. He breathed in too many chemicals.
has taken in a lungful of dubious gas that's causing his judgment to be clouded.
What?
What?
Why would Mr. Shamspeare have wanted to kill these lodgers, as you say? You have completely failed to provide a motive to substantiate your accusation against the man.
This will be the Selden file. Yes, that's right, Mr. Reaper, my liege.
Don't call me that.
I have been slighted. 'Tis lies, all lies. I deny every utterance.
What is a clown?
And you'll have to forgive me, Mr. Naruhodo, sir. But I don't intend to admit to anything either.
Miss Green, it would be a lot easier if you did.
I'm sure you'll think I'm being very rude, but I'm not going to be sent to the gallows for the likes of this scoundrel.
I like that she...
Objection!
I like that she's holding the brush and the palette like a sword
Yeah,
and
like a
shield.
sword and shield, yeah.
Yes, that was cute.
But you broke into the man's room. If you didn't do it to smear poison on the pipe, what was your reason?
I'm denying everything.
I thought I'd have a look around, that's all.
No, so now you've admitted to actually doing it, though. You could have just not said anything, and then we hadn't proved that she
I
was
plead
there.
the fifth.
Sorry?
Wrong country.
You're right, I suspected him. So I thought perhaps I might find some evidence or something in his room.
I don't know why I'm still doing the Shamspeare dance at this point.
Can
I'm
you
getting
stop jumping
very
around?
winded.
Evidence that it was him who took Duncan's life.
Oh, vileness! Oh, villainy! Oh, tyranny! Oh, rotundity of woman!
That's just rude.
The last one wasn't necessary.
No, it wasn't.
It was. But in any case, whene'er I leave my room, I do turn the key in the lock. What you think I got around my neck?
Yeah. That whole place is falling apart. The locks on the doors are no different.
I just pushed the door and it opened.
Duncan showed me once how to unlock the door with some terps and a piece of wire.
Oh, wow. She definitely wanted to get in then.
What's a terps?
I've no idea.
Me neither. You know, it is interesting, though, isn't it, that Duncan would know that. He's just a he's just a fledgling artist and absolutely not Selden.
Hey, Ringo, you figure if we give her a bit of black eyeshadow and a cap, we could bring her on?
Well, I don't see why not. I guess I've always wanted a sister.
I mean, she's about the right height. She's a little bit taller than you, but she's shorter than me, so it would honestly kind of work out.
Hey, are you being artist again? I've told you before, I'm very sensitive about that kind of thing, Nash.
Look, I'm just saying, she's about your height, isn't she? And she needs a new fiancé.
Oh no!
Oh, when you put it like that.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, awfulness. Oh, artfulness. Artfulness? Yeah, artful. Oh, tyranny. Oh, profanity of woman.
Profanity of woman this time.
There's not been any profanity this time. We haven't had to gavel.
No, not
We
yet.
will consider your trespassing on some future occasion.
I'd really much rather you consider it now if it's all the same to you.
But for now, tell the court what you found. What evidence your search revealed.
Well, I spotted the note that I'd sent him lying on the floor. When I went to pick it up, I noticed something. One of the floorboards was loose, and underneath it, I discovered a secret hiding place.
Yeah.
Gregson?
No, that's more of a.
That's
It was
true.
more of a E. E. Yes, we also discovered that hiding place.
I just love that. Yeah, like, yes, us too. Yes. Oh, and I had a look in there too. A man's secret stash is a bit. You should not investigate a man's secret stash. It's filled with bittersweet secrets.
I think you'll find that's a lady's chambers.
You know what I mean.
I know. Inside, we found a newspaper cutting, a photograph, and an empty box, an empty tin box.
What? Someone's made off with my cocaine?
Jesus! Whoa, now!
My Coca-Cola. Yes.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, yes. Oh, the thing is, when I found it,
I kept it.
The tin
this-
tin box wasn't empty.
Yeah.
the box wasn't
Up.
empty.
Oh, there it is.
What? There was something in it.
Willy,
Yes.
the golden ticket
No, it's
to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Oh my God.
And I kept it for myself. Da-da-da.
Oh.
Oh, look at the smug face.
It's rather nice key.
How is Shamspeare? What are you doing with that?
How did, I'm sorry, Taylor. What were you originally going to say there before that happened?
How does Shamspeare, having stood next to her for like 3 hours at this point, not been like, oh, wait a minute, that key
looks familiar."
seems familiar. Wait a minute!
Also, just as a complete random aside, I just want to draw people's attention to like the middle of that text box. What is that chain thing coming out the middle of Shamspeare's coat?
Oh, yeah.
A little weird chain thing?
It's a loose thread.
It just looks super weird. Anyway.
Unless it's a pocket watch.
What the?
Every ounce of colour has drained from his face.
Mr. Zato, don't what, that's... Mr. Zato, no, he's pale as death. I don't think there's any color left to drain. Give it here. Give it to me now.
Whoa.
It's mine. I inherited it.
What was that, witness? What did you say?
It was mine. I inherited it.
You inherited it.
Yes, that's what I said. No, What's all this about? He inherited that key, so he's related to Selden.
It was obviously...
Oh, duh! He's Selden's son or whatever, and he was trying to get his dad's fortune. I mean, I assumed he had just heard about it, but Selden must have left him the key to open the treasure box.
Or his partner in crime or something.
Yeah.
It was obviously important to you, since you've gone to such lengths to hide it. So I took it. I don't know what it's for, but you took something precious from me. So I took something precious from you. So what if it means you can't open something now? I don't care.
Give it back this minute! Give it to me!
Calm yourself, witness. Or I may have a bailiff calm you for...
Give it here! Give it here now!
What on earth has happened to his voice?
So Mr. Shamspeare has tried, and in one case succeeded to take the life of 2 lotters now. Yes, his motive for doing so is the key to everything that's happened.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Mr. Naruhodo, I hope you're not doing puns again.
It's like, you're staring very intently at your desk, and I have a sneaking suspicion that you might be formulating puns in your head again.
Well, I must say you paint an accurate picture, Mr. Zato.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, when we get out of here, you're going to be getting one heck of a Susato takedown.
I'm not paid enough for this.
In fact, I'm not paid at all.
I'm not paid at all. It's true that there appears to be no motive to support the accusation against Mr. Shamspeare at first. But considering everything we now know, I think there is actually something that could explain it.
What?
Oof.
I need to recall every piece of evidence at our disposal. Everything we've... It's Selden's case.
Hey,
file.
guys.
Everything we've seen and heard.
I think when he says when he says a sentence like that,
It's time to safety save.
it's time to safety save. It's like, I don't trust this. Excuse me.
I just need to engage in some kind of mini-game where I have to spell out what I'm missing.
Oh, Jesus. No, I'm glad that's not in here.
I have to ride some kind of automobile, I have to ride a skateboard down a strange psychedelic tunnel.
Is it like a snowboard? It's a snowboard.
Yeah, it's a snowboard.
Okay, fine. It's
Because I'm sure that I just caught a glimpse of the link that runs through all of these events.
In that case, counsel, I must demand that you present evidence to the court in support of your claim. What is it that you say can explain the motivation for Mr. Shamspeare's alleged crimes?
So we're thinking this then.
So, yeah, what does it say again? What does it say?
Oops, wrong button. Sorry. Do investigative.
Yeah,
plan.
estimated 1,000 pounds worth of loot he stole remains unrecovered.
All right.
Or, in American dollars, $1,000.
Well, in the current exchange.
Take
rate-
that!
But that's an official police report, is it not?
The Selden file. How did you get a hold of that?
Selden? The now sadly deceased Mr. Ross and the defendant, Mr. Natsume, have only one thing linking them. The fact that they had lodgings in the same room.
Well, yes. We know this, certainly.
A room that was formerly occupied by Selden.
You know, all of this is making my rental look very bad. I might have to consider a new business model.
Until, that is, he was arrested by Scottish Yard for his involvement in multiple burglaries. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm.
Purple burglar alarm!
Involvement in multiple burglaries. I don't know
And
why.
multiple burglars.
I don't know.
And multiple burgers.
Multiple hot dogs. I don't know why I struggled to say burglaries. I just got tongue-tied out of nowhere. I think it's because obviously his voice is quite a bit lower than my usual range, and I just
I see.
And it so happens that the convict Selden left behind one very substantial mystery when he died.
It is, sorry, just to go back onto the whole me messing up then, it does amuse me the idea of like Van Zeiks with his sort of quite regal, quite proper, quite very serious attire, and then he just trips over silly words here and there. It's like
Just like Kazuma.
oh, he didn't trip over a silly word, he tripped over a cat.
Why did you have to bring the boy into this?
Oof.
That was a low
he
blow.
didn't trip over the cat. Anyway,
Too soon.
Whatever. We thought he tripped over the cat. Sorry, Taylor.
No, he did trip over the cat. He tripped over the cat and then he cracked his head.
No, I
or
thought he
neck.
got pushed. She pushed him
No.
by accident. She did.
Nikolina Pavlova.
She pushed him.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right.
The
'cause she was
cat.
trying to get him
We
away.
thought it was the cat for the longest time, but it turned out that she pushed him.
Yeah, because I don't know if she thought he was going to ring the bell
Yeah.
to call for help,
right.
and so she pushed him, but
he
inadvertently pushed him, so he
fell
broke
over.
his neck.
I think
Did
so.
he,
Yeah,
like,
he
break
broke
his
his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Human beings are very fragile, guys.
I did read this.
Sorry, Taylor. The sum £1,000 worth of loot that he stole, which as yet remains to be found.
Oh, yes, of course. It's coming back to me now. It's written in his file here.
£1,000 lost, en route to hell. That was how the papers summed it up.
And it seems that one particular fellow inmate was with the convict in his final moments. It's not hard to imagine Selden entrusting that inmate with his most closely guarded secret: the location of the stolen loot, and perhaps a key to unlock whatever container the valuables were in.
You mean this key is...
Mr. Shamspeare, it was you, wasn't it? You were at the capital offender's side when he died, were you not?
What are you talking about? 'Tis a false charge, I tell you. A false charge.
The name of the inmate who was with Selden at his death isn't noted in this file. But a simple telegram to the prison where he died would quickly tell us how false the charge really is.
But even if it's true, why would the man be so intent on killing every subsequent occupant of the convict's lodging?
Occupant.
Shut up, you!
There's only one explanation for that, my lord. It was in that very room that Selden hid his loot.
So, it all comes out. But not that. I wasn't referring to that. But fine.
Another family-friendly episode of The Great Ace Attorney, brought to you by Disillusioned Place.
Always.
Yes, and having established that, all of Mr. Shamspeare's subsequent actions start to make perfect sense.
When he was let out of prison following Selden's death, he made immediately for Mr. Garadeb's lodgings in the hope of renting Selden's old room. However, the retired army man was unable to offer him the accommodation of his choice.
Because Selden's old room had already been let to someone else, Mr. Duncan Ross.
Which is why Mr. Shamspeare subsequently devised his gas-based plot to kill the occupant of the room. And when he was successful, he presumably intended to inquire about switching into the newly vacant room.
However, a certain jittery someone had beaten him to it.
Mr. Soseki Natsume? The defendant of this case, no less.
I'm glad you're keeping up, Judge.
I was about to just say, I'm glad you're paying attention, yeah.
My goodness.
So you decided to use the ploy with the gas again, didn't you, Mr. Shamspeare? This time to oust Mr. Natsume. All for one simple and avaricious reason. To get your hands on the £1,000 of loot left behind by the dead convict. Ugh, you...
Oh no.
Wee wop wop. Looks like I'm gonna Oh.
It's the,
Stop before I reach my next snack. Listen, I want you to have my loot. Anything to stop the coppers getting their mitts on it. It's hidden in the room where I was lodging when they got me. Here, this is the key to it. Take it. Always stay one step ahead, mate. See you in hell, I guess. Shamspeare.
His name was Shamspeare all along.
I
wow.
thought for sure it was a fake name.
yeah,
yeah.
same.
See you in hell, mate.
It's mine. Huh? What did he just say? It's mine. That loot is mine.
Whoa!
Oh, I do!
Mr. Shamspeare?
Oh, no.
Oh no!
It's all lies. Don't accept any of it. Why should I?
I do not like that face.
No.
Wow, he looks like he's discovered the secret to true hope.
He
He's
looks
like
like
full-
he's trolleyed.
He kind of looks like full-on Akechi. To me.
Spoilers.
Yes, maybe.
No, yeah.
After all, you don't have a shred of evidence. You can't prove I killed that fellow. Forsooth, I'm the victim here, remember? Isn't that right, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, God.
If I don't admit to it, there's nothing you can do. I stabbed her, and that alone proves I didn't kill her. You can't arrest me. For the time being, anyway. Verily, you can't arrest the victim, can you? Isn't that right, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so close. I just need a few more hours.
I really don't like this.
I swore to myself that I'd get my hands on it, and I can almost taste it now.
Please stop.
Do you really think I'd just give it up? There's no question in my mind now. This man is guilty through and through.
That's what I mean.
Also, I feel a little bit concerned for my safety.
I just.
Bailiff, can you please put some distance between me and this crazy man?
I do find it funny when they do these breakdowns, and then it's like, and then they're still like, oh yes, but you can't actually convict me, can you? And so, no, I feel
Yes, I absolutely can. This is starting to really. You have confessed to a crime. I can still render judgment on that basis. You
But I'm innocent. Well, okay then. Forget I said it.
Well, I guess that's. Well,
That's
I guess.
me.
I guess it-
Jangly keys.
Guess it can't be helped.
But he seems so utterly intoxicated by the idea of that loot. I'm afraid that however hard you press him, he'll never admit to what he's done, Mr. Naruhodo.
There is a way.
Pardon?
There's one way I can finish him.
Oh God, don't blow in his pipe. No!
You don't mean to make him. No.
No!
She's horrified.
He's
by it.
already committed the most heinous crimes to get his hands on that loot. Which means all we need to do is find it first.
A fine plan. Were it not for the fact that the police thoroughly searched the room following the death of Mr. Ross. If it's there at all, it must be very well hidden indeed. Without conclusive evidence, I certainly cannot rule. As deranged as the man looks now,
Yeah, I feel like at this point the jury should be like, oh yeah, no, Soseki's innocent. Yeah, let's move on to the execution of this guy.
If only there was some way we could find the convict's loot quickly.
I'm sorry, madam. Did somebody call for me? I believe I heard a little birdie whistle in my ear that somebody is in need of my assistance.
Is the camera going to pan over to Sholmes clinging to something?
Oh God, that would be hilarious.
Hello there.
Oh no, wait. My dear fellow, I've had this all along.
Or like,
you need only have asked.
or it's more like suddenly the bailiff runs in. We found Wait a second. I know that voice.
Oh, God.
This is the final piece in this complex puzzle. But I think we might have it in our possession already.
What? Really?
We do?
Is it the gas meter then? Because that's the only thing with a lock on it.
Oh, snap!
Oh.
But it's got the wax on it as well. Like, I don't know. I just, because I
Yeah,
feel like,
but
didn't they
because
say
he-
they'd investigated it? It's been pouring water through it the whole time.
Oh dear.
If it's banknotes and there's just a big soggy clump in the bottom,
Oh no.
that'd be amazing. Anyway,
Oh.
no, but I'm just like, because sorry.
But why would it be the gas meter in Shamspeare's room?
No, the only reason I
No.
thought it is because because of the key, right? It's the only thing we've got with a padlock, with a lock on it. Because like,
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
that's his room.
Oh, I guess it could be the gas meter in his room. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Not Shamspeare's, but in Selden's.
Yeah, I'm just like, because I'm probably a mile off. It's just that the only.
I wonder if it.
It's just with it having a padlock on it, and he was like, oh yes, the key is super important. I mean, it's a massive key for a tiny padlock.
I wonder if it is the gas meter, because the whole thing is about gas.
Gas.
Gasp. I mean, yeah, because it's not here.
Well, and he's a burglar, so, you know, picking the lock wouldn't be that much of a problem, I don't think. Or rather, I think we may well have something that can help us find where that
there
loot
you
is
go.
hidden.
Yep. And then there it is. Yeah, we present this.
Well done, Pete. Excuse me, my lord!
Yes, counsel.
The defense would like to make a proposal about how to find the late convict's hidden loot.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to do a little safety save here because I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I think we've got it, but this is an Ace Attorney game, and
Can't think what else it'd be.
and sometimes they just go on a proper weird windy road.
I believe we are already in possession of something that could give us a clue as to its whereabouts.
What's-
It's our last chance, so it has to be worth a gamble. Besides, we've used the same technique once already, and it definitely paid off then.
Mr. Darrow Holdo Esquire, are you gambling with my life?
I used to roll the dice, see the fear in my client's eyes.
Very well then, counsel. Let the court hear your idea. What do you propose we can use in order to locate the hiding place of the deceased convict's hall?
Oh no!
The gas
No,
meter.
not the gas meter. No, sorry. What can we use to locate that? What? He said we've used it before already.
What, the
It's
soap?
Sholmes's thing. We haven't used Sholmes's solution in Soseki's room.
That's
I mean, I
true.
suppose we could
Well,
do
it's-
that.
The only reason I
If
say
he's-
that.
If Van Zeiks is going to accept that.
The only reason I say that is because he just said, "Oh, we've done this once before," and it's like, well, we haven't opened the gas
True,
meter with the key
true.
once before. Where is it?
And if they've been round
No,
collecting
yeah,
the
you
money-
scrolled past it. Yeah, we've used the same technique once
Yeah, and
before.
if
Yeah,
they've,
yeah,
if
yeah,
they've
yeah.
been collecting the gas money, then they'll have already got it.
Yeah, well, exactly. So I guess
I suppose that's true, yeah.
it has to be like something.
Yeah, I think handprints on the wall, yeah.
so. Oh,
Take that!
Oh, well done you.
If I'm not mistaken, those are Mr. Shamspeare's handprints on the wall of his lodgings.
That's right, my lord. Exposed as a result of the defense's independent investigation of the scene.
I hear a little bird. My ears are burning. I believe I hear something. Can somebody fetch me my hat and coat, please? My dear stalker. I believe I need to make
my
a...
skin...
I believe
My dear fellow,
I need to make a trip to the Old Bailey.
Iris?
my skin print seeking solution. Oh, I'm afraid I've poured that all down the drain. Yes, I was bored of it, you
A
see.
useless, worthless invention. Okay,
I read that.
I know.
Based on a wonderful new discovery in the field of forensic science by the great detective, Mr. Sholmes.
A great detective. Is that some kind of joke? Do you really think I'm going to be daunted by a man with such a ridiculous title?
Have you looked at yourself? That's
Oh, that's going to be...
That's gonna be
I
shame.
should think the great bard ought to recognize such a title when he hears one. Mr. Shamspeare?
I was here all along.
Listen, perhaps we should compete for the honor of most ridiculous title.
What? Ah! 'Tis Herlock Sholmes himself!
In the flesh, yes. What are you doing here, great detective? Your usual haunts are the filthy back streets of the... I ran out of air. Sorry. the filthy back streets of the capital, are they not?
My dear fellow, I was disguised as your bottle of wine the entire time.
What?
Ah, Mr. Reaper. It's been too long. And I see your complexion has worsened since we last met.
Mr. Sholmes? He does know Lord Van Zeiks, then. Well enough to say something like that in any case.
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, if our friendship is anything to go off of, you don't just throw naked insults at them like that unless you're very close friends.
Yeah, that's true.
Though you may be heralded as a great detective by the population at large, could you ask how the heck you got into my bloody courtroom? That does not give you the right to come and go in my courtroom as you see fit.
If I may, my lord. Mr. Sholmes' newly developed scientific method has helped us to uncover vital clues in this case already.
Clues, you say?
I run out of breath then.
See, I don't remember any of this. I'm sorry, you're going to have to refresh my memory. What clues? Could you please present evidence to establish what clues you're referring to? Because I don't remember any of this.
Yes, here is my book.
I call them skin prints, my lord.
I wish you wouldn't.
My method identifies every location touched by an individual under scrutiny. It's the method by which we were able to ascertain this gentleman's gas pipe... how should I say... activities, if you know what I mean.
That sounds a bit like slander.
You can't see my eyebrows wiggling, but believe me, they are. You need only a small sample of something the individual had previously touched to make an indicate a solution. I don't know, such as the key, perhaps? In your case, sir, I used the teacup you had been holding. Elementary.
He said it! He said the thing!
He did.
So now, Mr. Naruhodo,
Ah, yes?
what am I to use as a sample to make the indicator solution this time?
Thank you for offering to help, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, gladly. Anything to make it seem like I actually do something useful.
When the convict was arrested, he was living in what is now Soseki-san's room. We need a sample to help locate Selden's loot that's hidden in his old room. What form will the sample take? Present evidence.
Person?
A person.
The key.
It's the key, right?
Well, I guess, yeah.
Olive's
Well,
wearing
yeah,
it.
I was thinking, yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Excuse me?
You're eating up time!
I'm trying!
We will need something of Selden's
Yeah.
in order to create the indicator solution to find his loot. And something the convict owned happens to be in the possession of somebody listed in the court record.
Booyah. Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, your powers of reasoning appear to be on the up. Slight backhanded compliment. So, which particular person do you have in mind? From whom can we obtain a possession of the late convict Selden to create the indicator solution?
Egg.
Take that!
Oh,
You just say egg. That's
Yeah,
not
you
very
did.
nice. That's mean.
Miss Green!
me? What do you want with me?
When you did that little that like hurt my ears even through my flipping headphones.
Sorry.
It's like, oh, ow. It's like,
Sorry.
that was sharp.
That's what you
The
get.
key
for making
around
me
your
suffer
neck.
Earlier.
If you please.
Sorry.
Huh?
That key belonged to Selden.
There will be remnants of secretions from the man's skin on its surface that we can use.
Oh, I don't like it when you say that. But I mean, it's true.
Boy,
What?
I
But it
hope
also...
it's true.
Secretions.
The closeness there.
Yeah.
That makes me so uncomfortable. Very true.
That is the sample we need. Using it, we can create the indicator solution required for Mr. Sholmes' skin print seeker. And find out exactly what Selden touched in the room that he used to rent. Die!
Mr. Shamspeare, as one great to another, I assure you, if the late convict's hall is hidden somewhere in his former lodgings, I shall uncover it in no more than 30 minutes.
Ugh. So, Mr. Shamspeare, the truth is very well within our grasp now, and as such, you will never get your hands on Selden's stolen wealth.
In that case, I'll gladly let Mr. Sholmes have this key.
You what? No! Give that key to me! The detective shan't have it!
Too late.
It's over, Mr. Shamspeare.
But is it really over?
No!
It's over just like this episode. I'm sorry. I hate this. I really hate this because I want to finish this game.
It's nearly done, though. It's definitely almost there.
Yes, just like Danganronpa is nearly done. Okay, I believe you.
Unfortunately, we are out of time once again. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. If you do like what we do, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah.
And on that note, I don't know why Pete was giving me a funny face there. That really
I wasn't giving you a funny face.
There was a really puzzled expression for a minute.
I wasn't giving you a
I thought I
positive-
said something wrong.
No,
anyway,
not at all.
until next time, we'll see you again.
Catch you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, if you're trying to hide your buried treasure,
Mind your secretions.